November 12th, 1977, Western Texas. At 11:48 p.m., the Desert Valley Motel owner called the sheriff's department for the third time that night. His voice was shaking. "There's something wrong with room 214. I think the guest is dead." Deputy Raymond Hale arrived within minutes. The motel sat alone beside Highway 61, surrounded by empty desert and heavy rain. The neon sign outside flickered like it was failing to stay alive. The owner pointed upstairs. Room 214. The hallway was silent, too silent. Even the buzzing lights seemed distant. Hale reached the door. It was slightly open. Inside, everything looked almost normal. Suitcase on the bed, food untouched, TV still playing static. The bathroom light was on, and the shower was running. Hale pushed the door open further and stopped. A man sat in the bathtub, fully clothed, throat cut, blood dark in the water. But the most disturbing detail wasn't the wound. It was his face. He was smiling, not peacefully, wrongly, like his face had been forced into it. The victim was identified as Daniel Mercer, 38, an insurance salesman with no enemies and no criminal record. His wife said he was afraid of violence and avoided conflict at all costs. But here was the contradiction. Mercer had been dead for at least 48 hours. Yet witnesses reported hearing laughter coming from room 214 the night before. A truck driver staying nearby said he heard two voices inside the room. One sounded like Mercer. The other voice was calm, almost whispering. Then suddenly, laughter. Long, unnatural. Like someone had been told the funniest secret in the world. Detective Samuel Rayner took the case. Experienced. Rational. The kind of man who didn't believe in feelings at crime scenes. Until he entered room 214. On the bathroom mirror, fog still lingered. When he shined a flashlight at it, words slowly appeared. He made me laugh, no fingerprints, no forced entry, no murder weapon, nothing made sense. Then 6 days later, another body appeared in New Mexico. Same motel setup, same bathtub, same slit throat, and again, the same smile. The victim left a notebook. One page read, "There is a man outside my room. He has been standing there smiling for an hour. I don't think he blinks." Final line, "He says he remembers me." FBI joined the case. Witnesses across states started reporting the same figure. A man standing near motel rooms, always smiling. But descriptions changed every time. Tall, short, young, old. Only one detail stayed constant. The smile never stopped. Investigators called him the Smiling Man. Then they found something deeper. Both victims had stopped near the same place before dying. Black Hollow Canyon, a remote desert zone avoided by locals. Missing persons reports dated back decades. Detective Rayner went there alone. Inside the canyon, he found an abandoned mining town, collapsed buildings, empty streets, and a small church. Inside the church, the walls were covered with old photographs. Every single person in them was smiling. Too wide, too identical, like the same expression repeated across different faces. When backup arrived later, the photos were gone. The case escalated. More motel deaths followed across the Southwest, always the same pattern. And then Detective Rayner disappeared. His apartment was found empty. Case files missing. Only one cassette tape remained. On it, his voice sounded tired. "I thought this was a man. I don't think it is." Long pause. Then, "He keeps appearing in crowds. Different face, same smile." At the end, his voice drops to a whisper. If you hear laughing outside your motel door, don't open it. 3 days later, his car was found outside Black Hollow Canyon, engine running, door open, no body, no tracks, nothing. The case was never solved, but the sightings didn't stop. In 1984, a waitress reported a man in a diner attached to a motel. He smiled the entire time. When she asked what was funny, he said, "They never recognized me at first." Before leaving, he added, "People change right before the end." Hours later, a guest in that motel was found dead, smiling. Over time, reports became stranger. Some victims were heard laughing alone in rooms before death. Others claimed someone stood outside their door for hours without moving. One survivor escaped through a bathroom window after hearing soft laughter right outside his room. When police checked the hallway, nothing. But on the door, condensation formed into words. You would have opened it eventually. Today, the Smiling Man case remains officially unsolved. No identity, no motive, no confirmed suspect, only a pattern of motel rooms, silent hallways, and victims who died with expressions no one could explain. And the most disturbing part? Some investigators claimed the worst cases weren't the murders. It was the victims who were already smiling before anything happened.
Subscribe for more documentaries and mystery stories.